गुड मॉर्निंग, आफ्टरनून, इवनिंग, जहां से भी आप जुड़े हो, स्वागत है आपका एक बार फिर से इस चैनल पर ऑन अ लाइव स्ट्रीम ब्रॉट टू यू बाय डैफर न्यूज. जेमी ऑल्टर बैक behind my desk in front of my computer after 5 days. You know I was away, like I said in the previous video. मुंबई गया था एक वेब सीरीज की शूटिंग के लिए. कल आया हूं. कल तो थोड़ा आया, कल खुद एक मैच खेला. 9:30 बजे घर पहुंचा. यार मैंने कहा यार एक दिन एक्सटेंड करते हैं, संडे का दिन शुरुआत करते हैं, आपसे जुड़ते हैं. एंड quite a match we've had. It's been a fun last couple days in the IPL. We won't go all the way back into what happened on Tuesday to Friday, but कल का match, Virat Kohli 8th IPL 100. Once again the lone warrior. इस RCB टीम में दूर तक कोई सपोर्ट नहीं मिल रहा है विराट कोहली को. Batted once again, not the first time we've seen this IPL. 20 over batting करे विराट कोहली ने, got 100, but unfortunately the total that RCB got was just not enough, given, as you know, the situation, the health of their bowling. ये RCB की bowling attack, along with Delhi, along with Mumbai, these are the bottom three teams for a reason. It's because their bowlers primarily are not doing the job. Of course, Cameron Green, किस को याद है ऑक्शन के टाइम जब कैमरन ग्रीन, वो खबर आई थी कि कैमरन ग्रीन ऑक्शन के बाद एक्चुअली कैमरन ग्रीन आरसीबी जा रहे. मैंने क्या कहा था आपसे जब भी कैमरन ग्रीन का नाम लिया इन रिगार्ड्स टू द आईपीएल, मैंने कहा दुख होता है उस लड़के के लिए कि जो एक करियर बन रहा था. उन्होंने 100 मारा मुंबई इंडियंस के लिए लास्ट सीजन. मैंने कहा था बहुत सारे लाइव स्ट्रीम्स पर कि जो करियर आईपीएल में उभर के आ रहा था वो करियर अब समाप्त हो जाएगा, क्योंकि बंदा आरसीबी जा रहा है जहां पे बहुत बड़े, उनसे भी अच्छे टैलेंट को आरसीबी वाले समझ नहीं पाए. एनीवेज, कैमरन ग्रीन हैज नॉट वर्कड एट ऑल. सॉरी, टोपी थोड़ा उल्टा हो गया मेरा. एक सेकंड ठीक करते हैं उसको. नई कैप लगाया मैंने. देयर वी गो. कैमरन ग्रीन नॉट वर्किंग एट ऑल. ग्लेन मैक्सवेल, द इनकंसिस्टेंट ग्लेन मैक्सवेल, वो एक बार फिर से फ्लॉप हो चुके हैं आईपीएल में. ओह, ऐसे में बेटे के फुटबॉल क्लास से आया तो बाल सब बिखरे बिखरे हैं. एनीवेज, nothing is working apart from Virat Kohli. Nothing is working for RCB. Should we be surprised? मतलब मैं तो जाना चाहता हूं कि how do people even support this franchise? Virat Kohli is amazing. We all like Virat Kohli. लेकिन विराट कोहली के अलावा पिछले 10-12 साल से कोई भी प्लेयर आरसीबी में देखने लायक है. एक टाइम पे डिविलियर्स थे, क्रिस गेल थे, but it doesn't add up. I mean, this is, I really feel sorry for anyone who supports that team. Once again, आपने 180 पार किए. Debatable whether that was going to be a good target, but with this bowling and finally Jos the Boss Buttler, कितने खराब फॉर्म में थे Jos Buttler, ना ही अंतरराष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट में और इस आईपीएल में. For him to come out of that slump, लोग कह रहे थे कि भाई क्या उनकी जगह बनती है RCB 11 में, given how bad he was looking over the past 3 matches. But Jos Buttler's class, Jos Buttler's just the volume of runs came to the fore again, and his unbeaten 100 ended up taking RR to victory, rather comfortable victory. And again, 100 from Jos Buttler ends up trumping another innings by Virat Kohli. जब भी विराट कोहली ने 100 मारा है, ये बड़े रन मारे, खराब टीम बॉलिंग के कारण आरसीबी जीत दर्ज नहीं कर पाई. किसी को हैरानी नहीं होनी चाहिए इस बात को लेकर कि आरसीबी, दिल्ली और मुंबई इस पॉइंट्स टेबल के बॉटम 3 टीम्स है. Just not good enough what we have. I'll hear from you. You guys keep firing your question and I'll keep talking in the middle. Let's see who all is there today. Good morning, Rishabh. Manish कह रहे हैं Green should be playing one down continuously. Yes, I said that, Manish. जैसे ही खबर पक्की हुई कि ग्रीन आरसीबी जा रहे, मैंने कहा देखना ये आरसीबी वाले इस लड़के को ओपनिंग 3, 4, 5, 6 पे खिलाएंगे और लड़के का आईपीएल करियर आरसीबी जाके बर्बाद हो जाएगा. और वही हो रहा है. So where do you see KKR now? KKR is looking very, very, very good. I underestimated KKR. I had them at 5 or 6 for the IPL playoffs, but very, very good to see them do well. Sunil Narayan and Salt opening with someone. Yes, you heard me. I kept saying it's an outdated approach to see Sunil Narayan batting, but the guy's done it. Fantastic. Hats off to KKR, yaar. Kohli is दुनिया का second outdated T20 batsman after KL Rahul. नींद आ रही थी जब कोहली बैटिंग करता है. बेकार प्लेयर नहीं, बेकार प्लेयर तो विराट कोहली कहीं से नहीं है. वो अंतरराष्ट्रीय क्रिकेट के सबसे सफल बल्लेबाज हैं. जहां पे T20 की बात करें इंडियन टीम के लिए, वो बहुत 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 अकेली आईपीएल फ्रेंचाइज के लिए खेल रहे हैं, रन मार रहे हैं। जब 180 में से बंदा 100 मार रहा है, हाँ ऑफ कोर्स वी नो दिस वाज द स्लोएस्ट 100 इन द आईपीएल, जॉइंट स्लोएस्ट, बट ये तो हम नहीं कह सकते यार, ये तो बेवकूफी होगी ये कहना। इनफैक्ट इट बी इंसल्टिंग टू कॉल विराट कोहली अ बेकार प्लेयर। बेकार प्लेयर तो वो कहीं से नहीं है, फॉर्म में है, बेहतरीन फॉर्म में है। स्ट्राइक रेट एक्चुअली उनका स्ट्राइक रेट बेहतर हो चुका है, बट आई विल से इट अगेन, 72 balls is not something that I want to see going to the World Cup. I'm going to rest my case there. Virat Kohli has scored a lot of runs. He will finish as the highest run getter of this IPL, but I still don't think it's a good idea to go to the T20 World Cup. And I know haters are going to hate. Kohli's playing 2016 T20. Yes, indeed, he's the best, but having 125 for one till 14th over and did not end up scoring 200 plus. Bilkul, I've said this. If RCB intend to win matches with the lack of contributions to help Virat Kohli and the lack of bowlers, they're going to have to put up 250 every match. 180, 190, 200 से ये franchise नहीं जीत पाएगी. इनकी bowling इतनी बकवास है कि इनको 250 मारने पड़ेंगे. Now, yes, Virat Kohli's strike rate remains an issue, but he's improved. Look at his strike rate last year. Look at the last couple of seasons. It's nudging 145. Yesterday it was 155 plus. Yes, he did slow down, but I think in the last 24 balls, Virat Kohli's strike rate was 190. When was the last time we saw Virat Kohli ever go beyond 150 at any stage of his batting? If he's scoring 190 off his last 20, 25 balls, I'm saying दैट्स वेरी वेरी गुड, क्योंकि मैंने कभी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था विराट कोहली से कि एक फेज में उनका स्ट्राइक रेट 190 हो. एंड ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज रीजन टू से कि यू फेस 72 balls for just 113 runs. Many other players, if they face 72 balls, might be getting 130, 140, 150. I don't know, but Virat Kohli, given the fact that where he is right now in his career, I think there's very, very little room to criticize overall the way he's batting. Of course, he will slow down, and he did slow down to get 100. This is not the first time. We saw this obsession with hundreds cost India a World Cup. Karma, like a friend messaged me yesterday, karma bit India in the ass in the World Cup final because we are a nation obsessed with hundreds. But I'm not going back there. My point is Virat Kohli batting at an optimum level? I don't think so. But in a team that is so shit, he's still doing a lot better than anyone else. And I think we need to appreciate that. I still don't think he's in ideal form right now. I mean, neither is KL Rahul, neither is Rohit Sharma, neither Hardik Pandya. Virat Kohli World Cup जाने वाले हैं क्योंकि बेहतरीन run form में है. But look at his contemporaries in that bracket. दूर तक कोई नहीं है. So I'm going to say let's not go too harsh on him. He's at least scoring runs. Of course, the team should have got to 200. Could he have done better? Of course. Is he doing awfully? No. Let's appreciate this last phase of Virat Kohli. Okay, lots of comments. I watch RCB games only for individual batting brilliance. You're still wasting your time, Manish. Joke of a management, RCB, Punjab, ratio, epitome of what's wrong with Indian manager. Bilkul. I don't know how anyone can be a fan of RCB. है ही नहीं कुछ. कोहली को छोड़ के उस टीम में है ही नहीं कुछ. कोहली बहुत तेज खेला था कल, अपने 100 पर नहीं, टीम पर ज्यादा फोकस करता है. हीरो बनाने का शौक नहीं है कोहली को. या आई मीन देखिए, जब कोई भी इंसान 15 रन नहीं बना पा रहा है, 15 रन नहीं आ रहे किसी बड़े प्लेयर से, और बंदा 113 मार रहा है, I would say that's very, very good batting. Yes, he will slow down from milestones. Yes, his hundreds are not going to win RCB any matches, but that's not Virat Kohli's problem. Yes, he did slow down. Yes, when you face 72 balls, you should be getting a lot more than 113. But given the fact that no one's even scoring 15 runs to support him, mushkil hai to be too harsh on him. Why is RCB benching Lomro, Vishak, and why Faf du Plessis is clueless? Yeah, did you hear Virat Kohli say after his innings, this was a slow pitch? Kahe ka slow pitch, yaar? Dew factor karan Jos Buttler ne to bade aaram se run mare. It was not a slow pitch at all. But yeah, look, we've heard many captains say, yaar, it's not in our control. It's not Faf du Plessis' fault. He looks lost as a captain. He's probably wondering why I've gone to RCB. Bande ke balle se run to nahi aa rahe. So again, it's just a mess of a franchise. It is archaic mindset of constructing T20 innings that Kohli is backfiring his own team. Yes, I agree. He's batting with an outdated template, but the strike rate is improved from the past 2 seasons. And given the fact that no one else is scoring 15 runs, if the others were, if Maxwell was firing, if Duplessis was firing, if Green was firing, then I'd say, Virat Kohli is really batting slow. But when nobody else is even contributing to the team's cause and he's getting 113, he's still getting runs. So yes, I agree. It's not optimum. And I'll say it again, I don't want this kind of batting from Virat Kohli at a T20 World Cup because that is the pinnacle of sport. आप देश के लिए एक आईसीसी ट्रॉफी में खेल रहे हो, वहां पे अगर आप इस गति से खेलोगे, वहां पे अगर आप पर्सनल ग्लोरी के लिए खेलोगे, फिर आपको तो जीत हासिल नहीं कर पाओगे आप. But in this utterly broken team, when a guy is getting 100 at a strike rate of 155, he's doing a lot right. But it's because the team is broken. It'll be tough to say if Virat Kohli is the reason why RCB is not winning. He's the only guy scoring runs for that utterly disaster franchise. Sir, your two wicketkeeper for T20 World Cup after the best performance of better like Pant. Pant is going. Sanju won't go because Virat Kohli is batting at 3. I think second keeper will be Jitesh. People are criticizing Virat Kohli on his strike rate, but he knows he needs to be responsible because if his wicket fall, his team won't be able to make 125. That's why his strike rate was low. I would hope that's the reason. Again, many people are going to go after his strike rate. 155 is still better than the 125, 128, 132, 135 that he usually plays. So the fact that he's trying to improve it, as I said, his last 22, 25 balls, he was going at 190. Normally, Virat Kohli slows down much further. कल डॉट बॉल थे, कल सिंगल थे, कल जिस गेंद पे उन्होंने 100 बनाया था उसमें 2 आने चाहिए थे. He didn't take it. Now that's problematic. But I'm saying I'm not going to be too critical when nobody else is standing up. If the others were perhaps contributing, then maybe Virat Kohli wouldn't play as slow. So that's my view on this. But yes, there are clear issues with that outdated approach. Kohli should not be selected for T20 World Cup. सेल्फिश प्लेयर्स की जगह नहीं बनती है T24 में. बात तो सही है, सेल्फिश प्लेयर्स की जगह नहीं बनती है, लेकिन जिस फॉर्म में है, जिस बढ़िया फॉर्म में है विराट कोहली और रोहित नहीं चल रहे, केएल राहुल, जो सीनियर प्लेयर्स हैं इंडिया के प्रोबेबल T20 स्क्वाड में, कोहली को छोड़ के कोई नहीं चल रहा है, तो कोहली जाएगा. रोहित शुड नॉट बी एनीवेयर नियर द T20 स्क्वाड. लेकिन जब आप विराट को लेके जा रहे हो, आपको रोहित को तो लेके जाना पड़ेगा. So I think Rohit's going to get a big 100 Aj to try and end this debate about him. Jay Gigi is the leader of the hour Indian manager. He needs to be involved somehow. What a brain he is. I will reserve my comments on Gautam Gambhir. RR should finish in top 2. They should. Mayank Yadav, what a fast bowler. Brilliant. Can Maxwell ever perform in the IPL like he does for Australia? Such a performance, he's been very, very overrated player. Why RCB don't include their informed players like Lom, Roar and Vishak? 16 years, nothing surprises me with how घटिया their thinking is. बहुत लोग पूछ रहे हैं लोम रोर विशाख. I mean, बीके से आप कीपिंग करवा रहे हो, 3 मैच के बाद आपने अनुज राउत को बाहर कर दिया. But again, I mean, इतने एनालिस्ट, इतने बार विदेशी लोग को बिठा के वो टीम वहां पे रखते हैं. एनालिस्ट, ये डिग्री, क्रिकविज. भाई क्रिकविज को अपने बैक सीट में डाल के गाड़ी के कहीं भेज दो. इतने बढ़िया एनालिस्ट, इतने बड़े दिमाग, और 16 साल से ये फ्रेंचाइज मजाक बन के रह गई. सेंड ऑल दीज एनालिस्ट होम. दे आर ओवरपेड पीपल. लैपटॉप पे ऐसे बैठते हैं वो. वी गॉट द डेटा. भाई मुझे पता है, मेरे 9 साल के बच्चे को पता है, जब वो देखता है वो बोलता है पापा आज आरसीबी हारेगी. 9 साल के बच्चे को पता है कि आरसीबी हारने वाली है. और इतने बड़े पैसे खर्च करते हैं ये फ्रेंचाइज, इतने बड़े डेटा एनालिस्ट विदेश से लाते हैं लोग, इतने कोचेस. भाई आपके ऑक्शन, आप आईपीएल में सफल इसलिए नहीं होते हो क्योंकि 10-15 साल से आपके ऑक्शंस इतने बेकार गए हैं. सो इट्स दे जस्ट कैन नॉट असेंबल. फॉर द लाइफ ऑफ मी आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड कि इतने विदेश एनालिस्ट बिठाकर, इतने डेटा वाले जो अलग अलग लीग्स में अपने पीएचडी बना के लाते हैं, इतने बढ़िया कोचेस वहां पे, और इनसे एक 15 की स्क्वाड नहीं असेंबल होती है. लाइक आई सेड, आई पर्सनली really sorry RCB fans. If there are any watching this stream, I cannot take RCB seriously. So, yeah. When he himself planned that he'll play 20 overs, then he'll try to save his wicket than going for a run. बिल्कुल सही है. At least run तो आ रहे हैं कहीं से. RR also didn't play at the optimum level in all ways, and Buttler was also out of form, and he also scored low. But then they too managed to run easily. Exactly. Virat Kohli is in the form of his life in this IPL. Jos Buttler has not scored a run for 6 months. So I understand why he might have been a bit sluggish. But the bottom line is he got a quicker 100, and hundreds in chases will always, always, always be valued higher than hundreds batting first. ये शुभमन गिल ने मुझसे कहा था पिछले साल when I asked him about his 100 against RCB in that final league match. He said it. He said hundreds chasing always count more. So Jos Buttler, a terribly, woefully out of form Jos Buttler, scoring a more fluent 100 than someone who's been scoring a 50 every match. I think we can read a lot between the lines there and talk about which was the bigger 100. अब MI वाले चिल्ड्रन को ला रहे हैं ताकि बू ना हो. जब इतना पैसा हो तो आप कुछ भी कर सकते हो. अब MI का क्या फीचर लग रहा है? I had them finishing at 5 or 6 in my pre-IPL preview. I don't see them crossing number 8. Very, very poor team right now. हेलो अजय भाई, कैसे हो हार्दिक? आरआर का टॉप ऑर्डर किस मैच में नहीं चला? आरसीबी के साथ मैच में धागे खोल दिए. क्या करें? हम चेस कर तो हार रहे हैं और टारगेट दे रहे हैं तो हार रहे हैं. करें तो क्या करें? इसका इलाज एक ही है. आरसीबी का फैन होना छोड़ दो भाई. जिंदगी बहुत बहुत शांति से गुजरेगी. So I think KKR are two teams who are the explosive openers. Bilkul, look at the way what Virat Kohli did in 20 overs against KKR, Sunil Narayan did in 5 overs, 6 overs. So if the World Cup was happening next week, I would be opening with Abhishek Sharma. आप में से कौन है जिसने कभी भी एक T20 मैच में एक प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच ऐसे प्लेयर को प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच अवार्ड ऐसे प्लेयर को मिला जिसने 4 ओवर भी नहीं खेले? बंदे ने 3.5 ओवर में जो वार किया उस दिन बॉलिंग पर, पंजाब के बॉलिंग पर, दैट फेच्ड हिम द प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच अवार्ड. ही डिडंट इवन बैट 4 ओवर्स. This is the kind of batting that you need in the power play, not the kind of batting we saw from KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma in the T20 World Cup of 2022. Tomorrow, if the World Cup was starting, I personally, hoga nahi, I'd be opening with someone like Abhishek Sharma, who's getting you a strike rate of 200. This is the kind of approach you need. Sunil Narayan, Phil Salt, Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head. The teams that are going to win more titles, more matches are the ones which are maximizing the power play. RCB looks the most empty and flat team. Same will be India with Kohli, Rahul, Virat, Jadeja. Yeah, we've discussed many times why certain players are not ideal for the World Cup, and आपने तो 4 नाम वही ले लिए. But क्या करें यार? Kohli doesn't have game against Spain in T20. There's your 10 ball difference. बिल्कुल सही कह रहे हो. RCB be like good performance of Indian player. बेटा तुम आज पानी पिलाओ, आज ही out of form foreign player खेलेगा. बिल्कुल सही है. क्या आप जायसवाल के फॉर्म को लेकर चिंतित हैं? कहीं टीम है जो उन्हें 11 महीना डाले? चिंता की बात है, लेकिन भाई I think we need to be a little patient. उनके पास लंबी रस्सी है, given the way he's batted for India in the last 8 months. So surprising how bad he's looking, but कोई बात नहीं. He will bounce back. ये फ्रॉड ग्रीन को अगर आरसीबी वाले नहीं लेते तो ये हार्दिक का ड्रामा कभी स्टार्ट नहीं होता. हाँ, हार्दिक पांड्या नहीं आते तो आरसीबी के पास ग्रीन जाते भी नहीं. सर आकाश मडवाल, मयंक यादव वर्ल्ड कप में सिलेक्ट हो सकते हैं? मडवाल नहीं, मयंक शायद. स्मॉल चांस. आरसीबी को आप क्या करना पड़ेगा? आरसीबी को रिटायरमेंट लेना पड़ेगा. Should Mayank Yadav pick for Australia to S factor? Still too early. We've only seen him in 2 matches. Let's see him in today's match. Let's give him 5-6 matches before we shape any definitive picture of his future. RCB's batting order is like Rohit Sharma's batting order. Joke from pre-World Cup press conference. किसको कहाँ भी खिला लो. RCB खुद ही जोक फैल जाती है. अभिषेक शर्मा बकवास बॉलर्स को मारकर वर्ल्ड कप थोड़ी जाएगा. आप क्या बोल रहे हो? अगर वो कमेंट्स को मार तो मैं मानूं. भाई काम तो वो कर रहा है. You tell me which quote unquote बकवास bowlers he's been hitting. इन्हीं बकवास bowlers को तो और बड़े player नहीं मार पा रहे. तो देख लो, IPL is the premier tournament when it comes to selecting India's white ball. So you name me some बकवास bowlers and I'll take those same बकवास bowlers and show you stats of far bigger players who are going through the power play at a strike rate of 130. So, and it's not like, in India's league stage, they're also facing Canada, आयरलैंड, तो आईपीएल और कनाडा और युगांडा और आयरलैंड के बॉलर्स में ज्यादा फर्क तो नहीं है भाई. Yes, sir. Abhishek is just fearless, goes behind every bowler and takes the match away from the opposition in just 15 balls. बकवास बॉलिंग हो या अच्छी बॉलिंग हो, आपको पावर प्ले मैक्सिमाइज करना पड़ेगा. और इंडिया पिछले 3-4 साल से जब T20 फॉर्मेट खेलती है तो पावर प्ले मैक्सिमाइज नहीं कर पाती है, चाहे वो कोट एंड कोट बकवास बॉलर्स हो. या सो काफी एवरेज बॉलर्स खेल के 2022 के एशिया कप में, जहां मात्र 5 टीम थे, इंडिया की टीम तो फाइनल तक नहीं पहुंच पाई. आई टेक एन अभिषेक शर्मा ओवर दोस गाइस who were struggling to score in the T20 Asia Cup of 2022. RCB lost their first wicket in 14 overs. They were just 120. I mean, in today's modern game, they should have been 160, 170, 14 overs without any loss. They should have, but they were chasing. They knew exactly. Sorry, RCB. Sorry, RCB. Again, RCB is such a poor franchise that even a start of 120 in 14 overs, yes, it's problematic in the bigger picture of where the game is going. But given how bad RCB is, I would say their fans should be very, very happy with it. But yes, I'll say it again. RCB यदि कोई भी मैच जीतना चाहती हैं, इस घटिया बॉलिंग के साथ इनको 250 मारने पड़ेंगे. और जो अप्रोच है इनका, यानी कि विराट कोहली getting no support, Virat Kohli wanting to bat 20 overs, यहाँ 200 नहीं बन पा रहे उस टीम से. I don't see them winning more than 2 more matches in this IPL in the current scenario. Jeba, if there was any team who could get Jos back in form, it had to be RCB. सही है शिखर भाई, सही है. Bringing in Green was horrible. They rotated Maxi Rajat in number 3. They needed a bowler, and they brought in Alti Olander who bats at number 3. I don't know what your real name is, CBBX. Blah, 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 blah. What your comment summarizes RCB across 16 years for me. I cannot take them seriously. चेन्नई के बेंच वाले बॉलर्स को अभिषेक शर्मा मारा, पतिराना को नहीं मारा. वो आप सिर्फ चेन्नई के मैच के बारे में बात कर रहे हो? उस दिन जब उसने मुंबई इंडियंस को मारा, वो बताओ. You have a job. Your job is to get the maximum runs in the power play. Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head, KKR के लिए Phil Salt और नारायण वो कर रहे हैं. There's a reason why these two teams are doing very, very well. In the IPL, you will get that one bowler who's not of world-class standard, and you'll get a second bowler who's an uncapped bowler. But the point is, you have to do a job, and Abhishek Sharma is doing the job. He's right now the best Indian opener of this IPL. किसी को शक है, रिजल्ट्स देखिए, स्टैट्स देखिए, अभिषेक शर्मा से बेहतर कोई इंडियन ओपनर इस आईपीएल में नहीं है. विराट कोहली is a capped player. He's going to the World Cup. But if you want the best way to bat in 2024, how to take on bowlers, चाहे वो मुकेश चौधरी हो या जो भी हो, that for me is अभिषेक शर्मा. इस लड़के को वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जाएगा, लेकिन इस लड़के को वर्ल्ड कप के बाद जब ये सारे सीनियर्स रिटायर हो जाएंगे, इसको भेजो. जिगरा वाला प्लेयर चाहिए जो आपको 6 in this day and age, irrespective of slow pitch bowling, if you're not getting 75 in the power play, you have failed. This is a fact. It's the teams that consistently get 75 in the power play end up winning more titles. I rest my case. ये भाई क्या छोड़ दे, इंडियन टीम से होप छोड़ दे. इंडियन टीम से होप मत छोड़ो, और ये आरसीबी को तो छोड़ दो यार. Virat and Duplessis should have played faster in the first overs because they were at least 25 runs short. Bilkul. Virat's 8th century, but at what cost? Virat Kohli, like I said, Virat Kohli is going to get the orange cap. He's going to keep the orange cap. He's going to finish as the leading run getter of this IPL. But where are RCB going to be? 8th, 9th, or 10th? So it's not about Virat Kohli slowing down. They don't have anyone to support him. What is he supposed to do? Try and take risks and get out in the 3rd over. If Virat Kohli gets out taking risks, RCB won't be able to bat for 12 overs. So Virat Kohli 100, 800, overall joint slowest 100. Don't be surprised because RCB are just that bad. So I hope India doesn't go back to slow Rahul. They should take Pant and Jitesh. I think they will. If Hardik Surya becomes white ball captain, then we might just finally format base captain. But Gill might just become all format captain. He, with the backing he got in Test series. Gill captain is a long ways away. Sir, ईशान किशन के कोई चांस नहीं लगता है वर्ल्ड कप. बंदे ने एक मैच में रन नहीं बना रहे. How will he go? पंत is best. RCB को good bowling attack चाहिए. 16 साल से कह रहा हूँ, 16 साल से. Virat has been carrying not only RCB but their fan base. The day he retires, RCB fan base is going to go down the bin. Malia की टीम ये पता चलता है नशेड़ी मैनेजमेंट. I won't get into management, but I'll say it again. The day Virat Kohli retires, I think the franchise will have to shut down. आप कह रहे हैं आप पंत को वर्ल्ड कप ले जाएंगे, don't agree with you. Oh no, I'm not saying. I'm saying Pant will go. I'm not saying I agree, but Pant is going. कोहली ने क्या सिर्फ इनिंग्स खेला, सिर्फ अपने रिकॉर्ड के लिए खेलता है. सहवाग होता तो टीम स्कोर 220. No doubt, no doubt. Sehwag was very, very different. But again, Virat Kohli has a job. He wants to bat 20 overs because he's getting absolute zero support. एक भी बंदा इस IPL में RCB का नहीं चला कोहली के सिवा. But again, if he wants to be the anchor and bat 20 overs, I think he batted 20 overs for 86 in one match. Now he's batted 20 overs for 113. It's brilliant to see him bat this way. But his team it's not going to help the team's cause because unfortunately there's no support. So we can all holler and shout and say Virat Kohli outdated, Virat Kohli. But the point is 15 रन तो कहीं और से भी नहीं आ रहे, तो बंदे को कहीं ना कहीं खेलना पड़ेगा ना. So yeah, Jamie, after watching RCB play, looks like an Indian team has converted into RCB where Virat Kohli would score runs and highest run getter, but won't win the match and tournament. Nothing new there. Virat Kohli was player of the tournament in 16. Virat Kohli was player of the tournament in 2022. And India were knocked out in the semi-finals both times. Nothing has changed. Ravi Shankar is back. What's up, Ravi Shankar? If you only gave 5-6 balls to other batters, then how can your team score 210? Virat Kohli takes 10 balls to a century when he was batting on A7. Yes, we've already discussed this. But when the next highest score is like 20 or something, somebody has to bat. No, again, we've been discussing Virat Kohli for the last 26 minutes. Yes, far from optimum. I still personally wouldn't want him batting on those Caribbean pitches. But the point is, he's going to go to the World Cup because he's going to finish as the leading run getter of this IPL. RCB will finish at probably 8 or 9 because nobody else is doing the job that Virat Kohli is doing. अजय भाई आप समझ नहीं रही हो, पंत ने वीआर को 28 मार, तो लोग बोलना कि पंत इज बैक, पर उसने लेग साइड में ही मारा. But Pant has always been Pant has always been a leg side slogger. I've been saying for a long time that Rishabh Pant's weakest format is the T20 format. He has miles to go before he cements his place in India's T20 team. But the point is, given the fact that he's come back, no one thought he'd come back and get 250s in his third and fourth match. Because no other keeper is doing something, I still think he shouldn't go to the World Cup. But the fact is, he is going. If you start getting into where he scores runs, then you have to look at his entire T20 career. His entire career in T20 has been built on slogging to the leg side. इसमें कोई नई बात नहीं हो. You score runs. Criteria is you score runs, you get into the Indian team. You take wickets, you get into the Indian team. These selectors do not look at situation conditions. They look at volume. KL Rahul scores 500 runs. KL Rahul plays. Virat Kohli scores 900 runs. They play. They don't look at the way that you and I look at conditions. Kya hai? The point is, of all the keepers, you tell me something. Where is whoever keeps to India, Pant, Jitesh, jo bhi ho, where is that keeper going to bat at the T20 World Cup? He's going to bat at 5 or he's going to bat at 6 because Rohit, Jaiswal, Kohli, Sky are your top 4. Sanju Samson will not play the World Cup. Ishan Kishan will not play the World Cup. KL Rahul will not play the World Cup because they're openers or number 3. Your T20 keepers, both of them are going to be middle order players. पंत आजकल 4 पे खेलते, लेकिन उससे पहले वो इंडिया के लिए 5 पे खेलते थे. Your only options for the T20 World Cup, based on the situation that India will give to keepers and the fact that they're scoring runs, are number 1 Rishabh Pant and then Jitesh. Jitesh because he's a specialized finisher and because Jitesh has already been part of India's T20 squads before that. Ishan Kishan is out of the equation. KL Rahul out of the equation. Dhruv Jurel is not keeping. India's keepers will be Pant and Jitesh Sharma based on the only vacancies in the T20 World Cup. Sanju Samson can score 10 hundreds from now. RR can win the IPL. Samson World Cup नहीं खेलेंगे क्योंकि वो सिर्फ 3 पे खेल रहे हैं और 3 की जगह विराट कोहली खेलेंगे. So my hypothesis is based on IPL form plus the availability for keepers at the T20 World Cup, which is going to be number 5 or number 6. Hence it's Pant, hence it's Jitesh. और कोई दूर तक option नहीं है. James bhai, what do you think is the problem with CSK? There's too much confidence on Jadeja. No, I'm not going to single out Jadeja. They've just Gaikwad is a total flop this time around. Ravindra is not firing consistently. Rahane Dubey से आप IPL नहीं जीत पाओगे ना, but it's CSK. I'm not even concerned at all. ये team top 4 team की है. Where is Pant going to play? Not at 4, I assume कोई balance. Just discussed. Arnab Banerjee, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Shouldn't IPL have a mid-season draft window where teams can look to plug holes in their squads? Yeah, it's too much. There's too much at stake. E.g., RCB could have picked a spinner Indian batter. I mean, I could have told you this 16 years ago that RCB could have picked a spinner or Indian batter. RCB has gone beyond any form of analysis, any form of comprehension. That's why I said at the start of this stream, I cannot take RCB seriously. Thank you for the super chat. It's a good question, but in the current landscape, I don't think a mid-season draft will work. Sir, membership लाइए. मैंने किया था बीच में, but nah, too much. Off topic. WWE देखते हो? नहीं, not since the 90s. Why is everyone defending Kohli's knock by saying that no one else was supporting him? They were 3 wickets down. Taking single the night over to each personal milestone was selfish. I will defend him to the extent that in the last 20 balls, he scored at a strike rate of 190, which I never expected from Virat Kohli. Yes, that does include a period where he really slowed down to get to hundreds, but that's nothing new. We saw this in the World Cup as well. The point is, when your next highest score is 18 or 20, if Virat Kohli, look again, Virat Kohli's whole success across formats for so many years, 15 years, has been on taking minimal risks. He's admitted, I don't hit sixes because sixes come with risks. This template has worked outstandingly for a long, long time. But now, 35 going on 36, when he struggles against spin, I personally don't expect Virat Kohli to suddenly change his game. 2 months away from a T20 World Cup where he's desperate to go, I don't see him change his game plan. Yes, it's selfish, absolutely. And I don't want Virat Kohli going to the T20 World Cup for these same reasons. But the point is, in a franchise where absolutely nobody is standing up, Faf du Plessis, get rid of him. Glenn Maxwell, get rid of him. Cameron Green, I said it 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Cameron Green's IPL career is going to be extinguished the moment he joins RCB. If let's say Virat Kohli tries to hit a six in the power play or in the eighth over and he gets out, he's not helping his team at all. The team will subside for 100 in 12, 15 overs. So very, very tough to be overcritical of Virat Kohli when it comes to the IPL. Now, personally, I don't give a rat's ass about the IPL. It's not important to the bigger picture. If Virat Kohli plays his way for India, then it'll be very, very tough to defend. It's happening in the IPL, which is a private club tournament. It's happening with a team which is never, ever going to win the IPL. So let him do it, what he wants to do in the IPL. If this approach happens in the World Cup and it costs India matches, then by all means, let's bring out the knives. Why can't we remove both Rohit and Virat from the T20 team? We can. I've been saying it for the last 15 months. I didn't want them to come back, but they're back now because they are big names. Virat Kohli was taking single 18-19 when team needs big shot. Because we've discussed this to death. What were your views on Punjab chase against GT? Indian talent making Punjab win the last match. Yes, very, very good to see Shashank and Ashutosh was his name. You need that kind of impact. And I always like it when unheralded Indian players do the job. ये इमोशन में बहकर ही हर बार WC ट्रॉफी निकल जाती है सोशल मीडिया पर टीम सिलेक्ट होती है ऐसा लगता है बिल्कुल सही है इज रहाणे रन दिस ड्रीम रन आई थिंक सो RCB's bowling is one of the best क्या बात है Jay by the truth that RCB's second highest run scorer is Dravid yes 828 runs or 838 runs and then Virat Kohli's got about 4,500 RCB sorry guys can any of you take RCB seriously I can't we should get rid of RCB and not take them seriously as they themselves take them seriously. Which time? Bilkul. I mean, I don't know how anyone can follow this team. RCB management is so poor in decision making that they send Green over DK and finish his role. I rest my case. जब बड़ी बाउंड्रीज होती है तब कमिंस के स्लो ऑफ करो तो स्लो बाउंसेस बहुत डेंजर हो जाते हैं तब साइड के बाउंड्रीज में लोग पुल करके आउट जाते हैं इसलिए गुजरात हैदराबाद में जीता आई मीन पैट कमिंस November 19th पैट कमिंस ने इंडिया को अपनी जगह दिखा दी and he's doing it in his IPL as well. SRH are a top 4 team. Kohli went from A7 to 110 balls. Yes, exactly. We realize, we know this. It should surprise no one. The team has 10 wickets in the shed. It did, but they were all pretty useless players. He should be aggressive, not be fearful. Again, I don't know how many of you have realized that Virat Kohli's strike rate has actually gone up. This is a player who generally operates in the 135 to 138 range. Generally. Yesterday, despite slowing down for 10 balls, as you and other viewers have mentioned, his strike rate in the last 24, 25 balls was 190. When have any of us seen Virat Kohli ever go past 160? If he's improved his game to the extent that he's scoring at a strike rate of 190 in his last 24, 25 balls, that is still progress. But that it happened despite slowing down 10 balls tells you that it could have been 230, 240. But I think we're all living in a fool's paradise. If we think Virat Kohli is going to go at 200, it's not his game. I'm not defending him. My point is, it's happening in the IPL for an utterly faltu franchise. Chalne do. This approach will be unacceptable if it's happening for India in a World Cup. But in the IPL, does it matter? Let him play because the IPL is inconsequential to the bigger picture. This approach is not acceptable for India. Virat Kohli will go to the World Cup. He'll bat at number 3. I think he'll score a lot of runs. If we see this slowing down for India, desh ke liye agar aise khelenge, then like I said, we can bring out the knives. But what he's doing in the IPL, he's playing for a useless team. Karne do, yeah. Can Will Jacks change fortunes? Why is Will Jack not playing? He's a match winner. Kohli is neither captain nor batting at 3-4. He chose to be the opener. Why not batting an opener? He is being unnecessarily bad. That's his game. His game is a low risk game. मैं ये कह रहा हूँ विराट कोहली की अप्रोच, विराट कोहली की बैटिंग, इसको आईपीएल तक सीमित रखो और एंजॉय करो बस. There's no point getting worked up. यदि ऐसे खेलेंगे इंडिया के लिए, then let's all get worked up. The last couple of questions because I have to get to my clubhouse society for the annual voting for the RWA in 5 minutes. So last 2 questions. Kohli has made faster ODI 100 100. Bilkul sahi hai. But again, that's for India. Let him do what he wants to do for RCB because it's not going to help them win titles. Last question. How can you even counter come in slow offside bounces and even varies his pace with those bouncers? You can't. Very skilled bowler, the sharpest brain going around. We saw it last year when he defeated India in the WTC final as well as in the World Cup final. Guys, lovely, good fun. Thank you all. Have a great day. आज 2 मैच हैं. कल हम review करेंगे. I want to cut it short because I have to get down to the clubhouse in 8 minutes. You have a great weekend. Thank you all for joining. Love you all. Jai Hind.